Hello, 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 and welcome to the Football Hub. Um, this is a brand new channel where you guys gonna be having quality content, especially for football, global football, and more so Premier League because it is the most widely followed league in the world. I'll be bringing you content as well regarding Spanish league, the German league, the French league, and the Italian league as well. So make sure you always stay tuned. Make sure you like, subscribe, and please do share the channel. Thank you. So today we're going to discuss a top six. Um, with the transfer window going on so far, we'd like to discuss the top six and see um, you as the audience will have to give me your own view based on the current market trend and the businesses that all the clubs in the top six, so-called top six in the league, have been doing. You'll be able to tell me based on your opinions, what team do you think have so far won the transfer markets? Um, so basically, I think from my own view, from my own point of view, I think Liverpool are slowly winning they're slowly winning the transfer markets. That's the honest truth because if you consider the fact that Liverpool did what they did in the previous season to now, and notwithstanding, they're still pushing to the extreme in this current market. That shows you the club has ambition, and that's a result. Um, all the three signings they've made, they are very much good, very very good signings. I can say without an iota of doubt, these are fantastic signings. You know, because they needed to strengthen the left side. Milos Kakes from Bournemouth, and bringing in the new man from uh, Bayer Leverkusen. That's the icing on the cake. Florian Wirtz, and bringing in also the signing of um, sorry, I almost forgot the third signing in Liverpool, but I'm pretty sure Liverpool did make three signings this summer already. Yeah, Mamadashvili coming in, and Florian Wirtz joining, Milos Kakes joining. These are all fantastic signings, and they've immensely strengthened the depth and quality of Liverpool at the moment. So this means Liverpool is striving to, maintain their position in the league, if not so maintain the trophy as well, the Premier League they won last season. And so far so good. I think they're in a very good position because looks like they have businesses they are planning to do as well. You know, they're planning to do businesses as well by selling mute. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, by selling Nuno Darwin Nunes, um, the other player on the left wing, um, Diaz. You know, these are all immense players that if Liverpool can lay their hands on them and you know get them out of the club, that will help them with the PSI issue that's going on. Raise more funds and all of that. That's they can even go further and spend more money in the market because at the moment I've seen that on their list they have strikers they are targeting like Ekitike, the likes of Alexander Isak, and many other quality players on the list. But with Isak being the top of the list, and just imagine with the current signings Liverpool have done, um, and adding into the phrase also Alexander Isak from Newcastle, who is a Premier League proven player, that would be that would be amazingly astronomical. It would be out of this world. And to be honest, on paper, it looks very scary. I can't lie about it, man. I can't lie. It looks very, very scary. And yeah, what we all know, Isaac. If Liverpool can manage to land Isaac, that would be fantastic because Isaac is Premier League proven. We all know what he can do in the Premier League, so it's not like there's a risk. There's a risk in every signings. Don't get me wrong, but the risk attached with that of Isaac and others is much more, you know, minimal. I would say compared to others. I just remember they bought again Jeremy Frimpong for £29 million. £29 million. That is an absolute bargain for such quality. Absolute bargain. Top tier, top quality for £29 million. Triggering that release clause with Bayer Leverkusen. So they perfectly just replaced Trent Arnold, who left for Real Madrid. You know, that is how a big club should be acting. That is the kind of steps a big club, a club with big ambition, should be taking in terms of retaining their title or going in for more trophies. That's a big club move. So I think Liverpool so far have been doing great in the market, and yeah, kudos to them so far. I can't lie. I'm a I'm a Man United fan. I can't lie. At this moment, I'm a bit jealous and I'm scared. I can't lie about this. I'm really scared because the level Liverpool is taking this, it's becoming scary. I can't lie about that. It's becoming really, really scary. Also, considering the market, I haven't seen much business is being done in the Premier League, especially in the top six, likes of with the exclusion of Chelsea and Liverpool and Man City, the other three that you might be expecting um, to be stepping up in terms of trying to improve or bolster their squads based on the previous seasons dismay and all of that. I've not been seeing that kind of returns with the likes of Arsenal and Manchester United, I would say, and Tottenham. So, of course, Newcastle, I was also expecting them to have make some few signings, but I think the PSR issues is all around and it's restricting a lot of teams at the moment to, go out there in the market and, you know, make them signings. But however, um, from our humble and honest opinion, I think Manchester United have made their first signing is a very good signing. Matheus Cunha is amazing player. He's an amazing player, and but I think that is just not enough for Manchester United at the moment. The club is being tied down with PSI issues, and there are players in the club that the club doesn't want them to be there, and they don't want to be there either. But due to the challenge of moving them out quickly because of their you know huge wages that the previous led regime by the Glazers of led to this carnage at this point in time has made it so difficult for the new group in years to actually try to move on these players so that they can bring in new players and try to bolster the squad for the new manager that is in charge of the club in Ruben Amorim. you know. So I do believe as the window progresses, they might find a solution for some of the players, with the likes of Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford, Anthony, and the list goes on. You know, I think Lindelof already left the club. Um, 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 Johnny Evans have finally retired from the game. So, you know, I think there's a gap for also Ruben Amorim to just try to inject or promote one or two youth players like in the defense because we've lost two personnel there. So maybe you can take a look at Tyler Fredericks. Um, it seems like a prospect, an up and coming prospect who might get gelled in and then just be that replacement of Victor Lindelof because at the moment Man United can't afford to be spending money just like that all over the place, and Ineos are trying to put things in place and undo the mess that have been done by the Glazers over the years, and so I think and because Manchester United has been ingrained in a way that we are built on developing young players. Then there's a point for Amorim to inject some of these youth, academy prospect into the first team. There are players that you can inject into the first team that I'm sure they are quite ready. Like Tyler Fredericks was given a game some, he was given his debut last season against, I can recall the team he played against. Was it Newcastle? I can recall, but he did extremely okay. It was Brentford or so. He did extremely well. You know, I believe with more game time, he can develop his game and you'll, continue to learn over time. And of course, we already have Eden Heaven, so amazing and left centre back, you know, who stepped up after the demolition or the injury setback of Lisandro Martinez. So that could have saved Manchester United some amount of lucrative pounds to spend in the market, because had it not been for Eden Heaven, then probably they could have gone into the market to spend a bigger cash, which might not be ideal at this point in time. So I think the Glazers have made a lot of mess, but we need to give uh, the Ineos group some time to try and rebrand and remodel this whole club to where it actually belongs. Because this is about 2 decades of carnage and catastrophe by the Glazers. So I implore Manchester United should exercise patience at this point in time. At least we are seeing some glimpses of hope, some glimpses of green light and all of that. So you know I think we're doing well so far, so good. And for now, I might just try to round up this video. Um, so basically, based on my own opinion, with the Brandon Bemboo news, I think Brighton are trying to squeeze every little penny out of Manchester United, knowing fully that Brandon Bemboo is desperate for the transfer. And clubs always try to squeeze penny out of Manchester United just because it's Manchester United. Kind of putting up some dragons and delaying the whole show just to you know kind of stifle the process so that Manchester United can dip their fingers more into their pockets and increase the bid. But to be honest, I think a fair share of the bid that has been presented to Brighton by Man United is quite a decent price. It's quite a decent price. Brandon Mbumo for um, a 55 million plus 7. That's 62. Yeah, that's 62.5. Yeah, I think that's a fair amount considering the fact that they were demanding for the amount equivalent to that of Mateus Cunha's release clause that United paid with Wolves. Um, yeah, so but even though United have made the third bid, they made the first decline, second decline, and now I don't know if it's the structure or whatever, but there's some penny pinching that's really going on. That's it's kind of dragging on the saga on and on and on. I can understand the frustration of Manchester United fans, but if I were Ineos and the new Manchester United sporting operational hierarchy, I will just walk off from that deal and look around for all the possible targets that could fill in that shoes or be even better. We can explore the South American markets. We can explore the Eastern European market. There are very good players in those areas. We can explore the German market, for midfielders, wingers, you know. So I think we need to look elsewhere, not just concentrate on these big names, because we've been trying big names for over a decade or two now, and it's not been working. So I think we just need to bring in, young up and coming, brave and hungry players that are willing to, take the club to that next level, you know. But let's see. I just hope Manchester United can stand their grounds, and be firm that they're not paying over the odds for Brian Mbumo. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. They'll have to walk away. However, if Brian Mbumo ends up to run out his contract at the club, then that would be easy for Manchester United to just switch him to their to get him on a free transfer, which is much more a cost savings to them. It makes a lot of sense. That is the strategy Real Madrid has been using over the years. That's another strategy because the player is desperate. So you can have a pre-contract with him now and tell him, okay, you run down your contract, and once your contract is being run down, we just have a personal terms agreed, and then you can join the club. You know, because at the moment they very well know that Brian Mbeumo wants to join the club, and Manchester United are also desperate for the player, but then they are dragging their feet, and by dragging their feet, waste a lot of time and energy. So you might as well want to spend that time and energy on some other targets around. Let's explore the German market. Let's explore the French market, the Eastern European market. There are good players around. I was doing my research one of them days. I realized that there was a player playing in South America by the name of Paez. Is it Paez? That's a perfect replacement for the right wing inside forward Amorim is seeking. Another one is playing for Red Star Belgrade. I think he's Serbian. Alejandro Maximovic. These are very good young talent, just like what Madrid did with Franco Manstatuono. So these are the kind of players Manchester United should be looking towards signing in. So based on my own view, that's my humble and honest opinion. You know. So far so good. That is it for now. For now, I'll have to round up. I'll catch you up later. So bye for now. Ciao.